other guys joining our run today. Looks like 24 iguanas hanging out next to this lake. They actually just came through and tried to wipe them all out, but they were not successful. But that's okay. I like them. Hey guys, just back from a run. Felt good early morning start. Yesterday was an amazing day. Started off with a meeting with my buddy John and his group of startup founders that he has and he's put together. We basically just get together and riff off of each other, which is a lot of fun. We had a discussion around pricing theory, the 10-5-20 rule. That was great. And then it actually ended up being him and me, and us having a one-on-one discussion regarding our next steps and what he thinks we should be doing. So that was fantastic. And then in the evening, we had our second FAU Tech Runway mentor meeting, which went unbelievably well. We had a really good discussion with our group. They bring some really amazing experience, specifically in the marketing space as well, which is where we kind of need help with. So what we ended up with was two things. One being, let's define what our metrics are now and how we can measure against them. Engagement with the current customers. So what are their experiences like? But specifically, as the mentors put it, how often are they engaging with our platform? So we can pull that information relatively easily. And the other thing is, or the other metric is pitches. So let's just start reaching out to people. So we're gonna start pitching 10 people a day, 10 different agencies a day for now, experimenting with different cold email templates, different reach out tactics, and we'll see how that sort of morphs over time. But we felt that 10 a day was a good amount to help us get learning as quickly as we can. So that was fantastic. And then the other thing was actually, we brought up this idea of focusing on employee engagement, which we've been doing lately. And the mentors actually made a really good case for putting pause on that and going back to what really matters, which is solving the pain of employee performance reviews. So we're confident that if we can do that in a way that's super simple, super concise, super distilled, it'll help us immensely as we move forward. So that's what's on the dock today. I'll catch up with you in a little bit.
Okay, just sat down, going through this whole download that I found from this company called Close.io. Their founder was this guy I heard on a podcast recently who's just like this selling wizard. So they had this whole startup company bundle on everything you need to know as a startup for getting sales. And a portion of that is this PDF around cold emailing. So I'm just kind of going through and taking a bunch of notes, see if we can set ourselves up for success as we get going today. So we'll see.
Okay, sales notes made. I'm now cold email master. Just kidding. We know we have a lot to learn, but with the idea that we're going to be sending at least 10 pitches a day, it'll be a really good data set for us to measure against. How effectively we're getting open rates, how effectively we're getting response rates, things like that. So I'm gonna start working on that soon, but first, get another coffee. First, we have to figure out how can we distill our value proposition into that one sentence. So beforehand, when people were asking us, who are you, what do you do? I had this long-winded response, and that's not going to cut it. It was like, we fix performance evaluations, performance reviews, we do 360 reviews, it's automated. People were like, I could just tell people like tuned out after the first 5 seconds. So we have to be able to come up with that one thing. And I started riffing last night, we start with this idea of like, you have to do reviews. No one likes doing reviews. We sort of fix that. So how can we just put that into a nice sentence? And if we can do that,
a lot of other things will fall into line, like what I was saying. It's easier to pitch people. They can get it sort of immediately, right away. They understand what it is, what the problem is. They can relate to the problem, and they understand that you could solve it. And then once you sort of get that hook, then you can talk to them about how you actually go about solving it, and if that's attractive to them, or why it should be attractive to them. So I'm gonna work on that now. I'm gonna come up with as many different variations of that one sort of sentence as I can. And after that, I'm gonna set up our sort of KPIs, or key performance indicators, of what we wanna be measuring, so we can start filling those in on a regular basis. And a very basic sort of CRM that we can collaborate on as we start reaching out and pitching to people. So that's today's work. Again, very excited that we have this move forward mentality, concrete steps on what we need to be doing, starting to reach out to people. Oh yeah, also tomorrow, big 1909 collab day. It's our big hackathon centered around the accelerator participants, but also inviting many other 1909 community members to come help out. 4 of our cohort members were selected to be the center of teams. People are going to be assigned to those teams to help out on a specific project. So tomorrow is a sort of all-day hackathon to build out a project for these companies, presenting it at the end of the day for prizes and things like that. But in general, trying to help out these companies as best as the community can. So it should be fun. All the teams are really great. All the people are really great. So I'm excited to see who I'll be assigned to and how I can help out. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll catch up more then. See ya.